Hey guys, it's Andy from CCG.
Hey guys, it's Breeze from CCG.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, this is Mason if you haven't met him yet.
My name is Matt, and welcome back to Controlled Chaos Gaming.
Hello everybody and welcome back to Controlled Chaos Gaming. Today, we're going to showcase Arceus, Umbreon, and Duraludon, also known as Umbreon, on the left side, piloted by Breeze, and on the right side, we have Gardevoir, piloted by myself. So we're getting started here. Looks like the starts are Greninja and Arceus V. Not a great hand here, but does have access to concealed cards, of course. Ooh, and draws another level ball, so that's going to be great as it can go find a Mew or a Ralts out of the deck. So it looks like playing both level ball here. We're going to see the targets, and it is going to be the Mew for one of them and a Ralts for the other. Of course, with the energy in hand to retreat, this is going to be quite a good play. Looks like taking a look through the deck, making sure that nothing important is prized in this matchup. It is very important to make sure that your Sky Seal Stone, if you play one, is not prized. I did, at this previous 3K, prize a Sky Seal Stone against the Umbreon Duraludon Arceus player, and that was rough because I did end up losing that game. But looks like it's going to be the Mew and Ralts. And it's going to be an attachment to retreat into the Mew here. And a Mysterious Tail finds nothing, so not a great start, as it's just going to have to be a Cresselia bench and a pass of the turn. So over to the Umbreon side, we've got an Ultra Ball, discarding a Judge and an Ultra Ball. Of course, Judge, not great as you saw, with the Ralts being the only one benched for the Gardevoir side. So it looks like going for that Umbreon. Of course, in this matchup, a very good target for Umbreon is that Gardevoir EX, weak to Dark, and has 310 HP, which halved is less than 160, so that Umbreon VMAX is going to be able to take a knockout with Max Darkness. And for this turn, the Arceus player is really looking to get down, a second Umbreon and an attachment for turn. So it's going to be a research, and we'll see if there is a double turbo attachment. No double turbo attachment, it looks like, but we do have the Fighting Energy as a single attachment for the turn, and a way to use Trinity Nova on the next turn. Looks like debating what to do here on the Gardevoir side. It is going to be an evolution into the Curlia and a research, discarding the hand and drawing a fresh 7 cards. Has access to another Ralts with this Fog Crystal, so going to search out that Ralts with Memory Skip. And it looks like it's going to be a concealed cards here to draw 2 more cards. Looks like a Mysterious Tail is the choice, and definitely going to be that level ball for a third Ralts to fill up that bench. So the Ralts are all on the field now, at least the ones that are needed for this game. And with Lost City in play, it is looking a little rough for the Gardevoir player, because if the Arceus player is able to get a Trinity Nova off against one of those Ralts, it'll go to the Lost Zone, which is really rough. Looks like it's going to be an attachment to that Ralts on the bench, and a Temple of Sinnoh goes into play, bumping that Lost City. This is great, because if the Arceus player has to Starbirth for a Stadium bump, that is just fantastic. Looks like it's going to be a Nest Ball here to start the turn. Likely going to find... actually nothing in this scenario. So just going with the one Arceus V and the 2 Umbreon this game, trying to set up the most optimal board state possible. Looks like Radiant Alakazam is benched, and Temple of Sinnoh is bumped right away with that Lost City once again. This does, however, mean that there will be no boss's orders. However, the Umbreon's ability could always come up and bring a Ralts into the active. So it looks like it's going to be the Arceus VSTAR evolution and the double turbo attachment, so we will see a Trinity Nova this turn. But will we see a knockout on a Ralts or this active Mew? Here goes Starbirth here, searching for 2 cards in the deck. Of course, a very powerful V-Star that is only usable by V-Star Pokemon, or Pokemon with a Seal Stone attached. Yep, and it is going to be a Dark Signal. Looks like it is going to be bringing up the Kirlia. And it's going to be a Trinity Nova for the knockout, and the Kirlia will go to the Lost Zone. This is especially important because those Lost Zone Pokemon cannot be retrieved in any way, meaning that that Pokemon is lost from this game for the rest of this game. Yep, switching the Pokemon's going to be starting here. For the Gardevoir side, it's going to be a Concealed Cards to start the turn, and a Rare Candy into Gardevoir with Shining Arcana. It's going to be a Shining Arcana here, and a Level Ball searching for a Kirlia. And this is really good because if the Gardevoir player uses the Mysterious Tail and does not find a Rare Candy, this can always be an evolution into the Kirlia for this turn, and a potential for the Rare Candy into the Gardevoir EX. And we're going to see here a Mysterious Tail, and it does find that Rare Candy off the first card. So it is going to be a Rare Candy into Gardevoir EX, and we're going to see if a knockout is possible this turn on this Arceus VSTAR. It's going to be a Rare Candy into that Gardevoir EX. And we do see a Shining Arcana, or not Shining Arcana, sorry, Psychic Embrace to that Mew. And we're going to see 1, 2, 3, 4 energy, so 8 damage counters going on that Gardevoir with Shining Arcana. And the Reversal Energy, that means that is enough to take a knockout here. That is exactly 8 energy, which is 300 damage. So it is going to be a Brainwave for 300 damage, taking 2 prizes. So the Gardevoir player going up. The board state for the Umbreon player is very good here, as they do have that double turbo to take a knockout on the active. This is, however, going to prevent them from taking a knockout on the Gardevoir EX on the bench. So this is important to note for later. Oh, but the Alakazam is the best part of this. The Alakazam can move 2 damage counters to that Gardevoir EX and prevent the Gardevoir EX from living an attack from Max Darkness thanks to weakness. So an Iono here, going to reset each player's hand. Of course, the Gardevoir player taking 4 prizes, or having 4 prizes, so taking 4 cards. And it looks like it's going to be a Max Darkness to take a knockout here. Very good turn for the Umbreon player. They are going to go to 4 prizes remaining. And for the Gardevoir player, this is an interesting spot. There's not really a good answer to bring up here. Really taking a minute to decide what's going to come into the active here, but it looks like it is going to finally be that Mew. Oops, looks like I forgot to draw for turn. That's okay. We're just going to use Iono, so it would have been 1 more card to the bottom of the deck, but I think it is all right. But it is going to be an Iono here, so again, would have been 1 card going to the bottom, but it looks like it's going to be 0 now. And for Breeze, on the Umbreon Arceus side, it is going to be a new hand of 4 off of the Iono. It's going to be a Concealed Cards here, and then a Mysterious Tail. Only finding, looks like, a Battle VIP Pass, so a good card to get rid of later, but just mostly thinning the deck, as we do see an Ultra Ball actually getting rid of both of those Battle VIP Pass. So very optimal Ultra Ball here, and searching for the last Ralts in the deck. So this Ralts is going to be benched here. It's looking pretty rough for the Gardevoir player, of course. Only having 1 Rare Candy left in the deck means that this Ralts is likely not going into a Gardevoir next turn. But it looks like the Rare Candy is in hand. And here we see a Psychic Embrace to the active Mew, which is a little risky because the Alakazam can, of course, take a knockout with its ability, moving 2 damage counters onto that Mew on the bench. Looks like trying to preset this Zacian here. It is going to be just 2 energy, making it so that Max Darkness cannot take a knockout, even with the Radiant Alakazam's ability, Painful Spoons. And it's just going to be a Miracle Force for 190 damage here, back over to the Umbreon side. It's going to be an Adventurer's Discovery, searching for that Umbreon VMAX and a couple other V Pokemon to thin out the deck. It's going to be a Lumineon, an Arceus V, and a Umbreon VMAX. So the Umbreon VMAX, of course, can activate its Dark Signal and bring up a Pokemon. So it looks like it is going to be an Umbreon with Dark Signal, bringing up that Zacian. And Not bumping path yet, of course, using painful spoons. And then it is going to be the path to the peak put in play. And we're going to see a max darkness for 140 damage here, so leaving the Zacian with only 20 HP. And the Gardevoir player needs the perfect cards here. It needs to be Sky Seal Stone and an extra energy. Oh, and he looks to be going for the Shining Arcana. We're going to see no chance. That is literally the 2 cards needed. It is going to be an energy and a Sky Seal Stone to use Star Order, take a knockout, and the game. It's going to be 4 prizes taken to finish the game in Gardevoir's favor. So it looks like the Gardevoir player won this time, and the Umbreon player, of course, had everything in hand to take a knockout the next turn and win the game. So that's going to be it for this video, folks. Thank you so much for watching. Of course, my name is Andy as always. This is Controlled Chaos Gaming, and we'll see you guys next time.